You won't believe your eyes, and honestly, neither did I. The first time I saw the video of fishermen hauling up a creature with ribs showing clear as day and a mouth opening like it was about to scream out a curse, I thought that was the most shocking case I'd ever see. But no, there are dozens of clips even more disturbing than that. Let's dive in before these vanish from the internet. This clip went viral about a month ago, but now it's not so easy to find. Maybe because what's inside is too disturbing, or because someone out there doesn't want us to see it. On a small fishing boat out in the freezing gray sea, 3 men in raincoats are struggling to hold down a strange creature on the deck. Its skin is thin, pale gray blue, so thin that every rib is visible under it, like a zombie wrapped in slick fish skin. The head looks like it crawled straight out of a post-apocalyptic nightmare. Black teeth, sharp, crooked, like rusted saw blades. Something about it reminds me of a mutated creature from The Thing, except this one is right in front of the camera, and it's thrashing. Some say the video was filmed near Iceland, where rumors of chemical leaks once spread. Others claim it came from the waters around Sable Island, the infamous graveyard of ships in the Atlantic. But honestly, location doesn't even matter anymore, because this is a sign. A wounded, deformed creature rising from the deep, as if the ocean is sending a message that everything we've done to the environment won't stay buried forever. The account that posted this video has been deleted, but the clip still circulates quietly in forums, always with the same caption, "She woke up." In the video, a captured creature stares wide-eyed right into the camera. Her lower body is a massive tail with shimmering blue-green scales, glowing like metal under moonlight, just like the fairy tale Ariel, except she's screaming. Imagine being her. A lifetime in the dark, no one touching you, and then one day, a net wraps around your body, dragging you into freezing air. Spotlights in your face, strange voices, ropes, boots, hands gripping your wrist. What worries me the most is, if this is just one clip that leaked out accidentally, then how many more are locked inside government archives right now? And why hide them? Because they're too dangerous? Or because they reveal a truth someone doesn't want us to know? And here is the video social media refused to ignore. The creature in the footage has a muscular build, gray-green skin full of cracks. Along its spine are bright red bone fins, like an exposed backbone, and a face twisted in pure rage. It lunges like something that has suffered enough. One strike, and a fisherman is thrown across the deck. Another man holds onto a rope and screams. Within seconds, it becomes a full-on brawl between humans and something no one even knows how to name. On TikTok, Reddit, X, the clip exploded instantly. Some said fake, CGI all the way. Others analyzed frame by frame, pointing out the weight of the creature's arms, water splashing naturally, the real reactions of the crew. Then there's the group that said flat out, they caught what the government has hidden for decades. I'm not quick to believe, but I'm not quick to dismiss either. One thing is clear to me. The ocean holds more secrets than humanity may ever reach. Now leave the boat and head to a river where the most unsettling mermaid encounter took place. A short clip posted by a guy named Eric. He said he was just swimming. The water was dark, the forest reflecting on the surface. Then under that pitch-black water, a shape slid by. A mermaid, or at least a species we've never seen. The tail was beautiful, covered in thick armor like scales glowing faintly in the dim sunlight. Even without seeing the upper body, many insisted it was a mermaid. But why show up in a river? No one has an answer. And honestly, just seeing the lower half is enough to make your spine freeze. We always think danger comes from far away, from the deep ocean. But then one day, you see something swimming beneath your feet in a quiet river. Maybe the scariest things don't come from afar, but from what's too close for us to notice. And the next clip proves that point even more. A mutated creature shows up right on a roadside. It's crawling out of a filthy mud puddle, surrounded by soda cans, trash, and soggy scraps of paper. The shell bulges like a mutated cabbage, covered with spikes and glowing patterns like bioluminescent veins. Then it twists, revealing a body you can't even name, like a turtle, but also like a carnivorous plant. Its whole form is ringed with thick, fleshy ridges opening like a giant flower, tossing water everywhere. It doesn't need to attack anyone. Just the way it breathes, the way that half-turtle, half-plant shape looks, is enough to make people question, is this really from Earth? Some say it's an alien in disguise. Others say it's a failed hybrid that escaped a lab. I only think one simple, terrifying thought. If something like this can crawl up onto the roadside, how many more creatures like it are hiding under bushes, in storm drains, in ponds around our homes? Unseen, or worse, seen too late. A man fishing at night on the open sea accidentally recorded a moment that chills anyone watching. The camera shakes, waves crash hard, and behind the boat, two pale shapes swim close. Long, ghost white, round heads, black eyes. Not dolphins, not seals, but almost human, and yet not human. And this isn't the first time something human-shaped has been filmed underwater. Last year, a clip in Alaska showed a pale creature swimming right beneath the surface. In Indonesia, fishermen reported human silhouettes pacing alongside their motorboats. I'm not making claims. Merfolk, mutated sea cows from chemical exposure, or an undiscovered species? The question lingers, and it's getting harder to ignore. But don't leave yet, because this next one is even stranger. Careful if you're eating dinner while watching. On a freezing night in the northern seas, a fishing crew was hauling up their nets when the crane lifted something no one expected. A massive, shiny lump of flesh hovering over the water. No eyes, no fins, no features at all. Just a shapeless creature with long cord-like strands dripping from what should have been the head. This isn't a whale, not a squid, not anything listed in any science book. So what on earth did these fishermen pull up from the deep? I don't know how they stayed calm, because if it were me, I'd have jumped overboard and swum away. It's not a squid. It's not a whale. So what is it? Now let's look at a near-death moment off the coast of Marlin Country. A group of fishermen off Florida were reeling in a marlin when the massive fish suddenly rocketed out of the water, twisted in midair, and speared straight into the edge of the boat. The cameraman was thrown backward. People screamed. Marlin aren't just big. Their bills are sharp like actual swords. It happened so fast that the folks standing right there only had time to shout and jump back. In that instant, everyone realized a chilling truth. A marlin isn't just a fish, it's a swimming weapon. Fishermen call it catching marlin. But after seeing this, I think marlin are the ones doing the hunting. Meanwhile, in Australia, there was an even closer call. The sun was blazing over Port Stephens. Connor Cogan was fishing with friends when the camera caught a heart-stopping moment. A marlin shot upward like a missile, its bill slicing past Connor's face by just an inch. A tiny lean in the wrong direction, and it would have been goodbye. Watch it in slow motion, and you'll see the bill skim right across his cheek. Yet Connor just stands there, while the marlin splashes back down like nothing happened. You know what chills me? That moment when a fish could kill you, and there's nothing anyone can do. Now let's talk Florida, canoes and sharks. A group of college students paddled out in canoes off the Florida Keys. On a small wobbly boat, they tried their luck fishing. Suddenly, one student pulled hard and the line jerked violently. The camera shook, and from the water, a dark mass spun up and surged, a bull shark nearly 10 feet long. It didn't bite. It just slapped its tail against the canoe, tipping it sideways. Someone screamed, "It's attacking us!" In the panic, the line snapped and the shark dropped away. The students thought they got lucky, but many viewers said this was just a polite warning from the real ruler of the waters they'd wandered into. I thought I'd seen everything. Then, this next clip made me sit up straight. It's just a moment from a fishing trip, but it might be the last time those people ever want to fish again. The rod bent like it was snagged on some massive root deep below. The fisherman strained, hands shaking from the pull. Then suddenly, the water exploded. A long, sleek, silver shape shot upward like a live spear, a giant swordfish. Its bill was long and sharp like an actual blade, flashing in the light. It twisted in the air before crashing down, water erupting like a blast. I'm used to big fish, but seeing a swordfish launch like a missile carrying a built-in weapon, I just sat still. That moment reminds you, the ocean doesn't just hold animals. It holds living weapons, sharper and more precise than anything humans ever made. Next is a fish glowing like a science experiment gone wrong. A man thought he'd caught an ordinary ribbon fish, long, shiny, thin like a silver ribbon. But the moment it came out of the water, something happened that made everyone freeze. Its entire body glowed faintly, a soft blue-green running along its spine like a living electric line. No spotlight, no reflection. The fish itself was glowing. It thrashed lightly, and the glow brightened. People stepped back quickly. No one knew if this was a new variant or something leaked out of some lab somewhere. A living creature glowing on its own, in broad daylight. If you think that's beautiful, I see a warning, a sign, something rising from depths too deep for humans to ever reach. The next one has no light, no sound, yet still made my heart jump. A Scottish fisherman stood by a riverbank when he noticed the water shift. A large round mass rose to the surface, smooth, dark, motionless. No splashing, no waves. It just floated listening. Then it drifted away and slipped beneath the surface. No one saw its body. No one knows what it was. But the way it appeared, then vanished, made everyone think of one name, the Loch Ness Monster. But this wasn't a lake. This was a river. I used to think Nessie was just a legend. But legends don't swim, and legends don't move from place to place. But forget monsters for a moment, because this next one is so stunning you'd think it's CGI. In crystal clear water, a couple was fishing when the rod suddenly bent hard. The man froze, braced his legs, while the woman leaned over the side. Then the water lit up. A burst of color rose like someone dropped a living chunk of coral into the sea. It was a Napoleon fish, massive body, scales shimmering like glazed ceramic, and the best part, lips so big and blue they looked unreal. It surfaced, sunlight hitting every ridge, and both of them went silent. I've never seen a fish with lips that made me feel insecure. If it had a social media account, a single selfie would break the internet. Now back to the stuff that keeps you awake at night. A fisherman hauled up a strange creature, round head, dark skin, but what froze him were the eyes. Huge, bulging, glossy black like telescope lenses. They took up almost half the face, as if the fish was wearing night vision goggles. The video exploded online. Some called it an alien creature. Others said it was a deep-sea species never documented. Whatever it is, it's not in any biology book. People say eyes are the windows of the soul. If that's true, then this creature is staring at us from another dimension. A man was walking along the shoreline, shoulders sagging like he was carrying a boulder. As the camera zoomed in, people realized why. On his back was a massive fish, nearly as long as he was tall, wide and heavy, its tail dragging the ground. It was a Nile perch, a giant freshwater species few ever see in person. Even rarer to see someone carrying one like a sack of grain. I don't know what this man eats to be that strong. The sight is shocking not just because of the fish's size, but because of the sheer impossible endurance of the man. You don't just stumble upon a Nile perch in the wild, let alone see someone hauling it on their back. And here's a creature no one dared to name. While packing up gear, a marine researcher noticed something twitching in the corner of the net. He lifted it and froze. A dark blue creature, slender body, a single fin running along its back, and small cold eyes shining like metal. At first glance, it looked like a blue groper. But the longer he stared, the more wrong everything felt. The shape, the way it moved, even its color, colder than usual. He didn't release it. He took it straight into a research tank. I've read about unnamed species, but something about this one felt different, like it understood. And when a fish starts acting like it's hiding something, maybe it isn't just a fish anymore. A research team was tagging sharks when the camera captured something that made them forget the mission, a shadow longer than the boat circling below. They dropped a line, and it was yanked so hard the whole crew staggered. After nearly 30 minutes of struggling, the culprit surfaced, a hammerhead shark around 14 feet long. Its massive body and flat, warlike head glided beside the boat, almost inspecting them. The camera shook. Someone whispered, "Don't provoke it, just film." Not wild, not thrashing. But the pressure in the air was crushing. Like you're trespassing on a kingdom it has ruled for millions of years. A man strolling along a beach in Primorai suddenly stopped. Before him lay something washed ashore. It had legs, many legs, and each one had blade-sharp spines. Its body was covered in gray armor, coated in damp sand. At first he thought it was a giant crab, but then he realized it was larger than any crab he'd ever seen, and it wasn't moving. But it didn't look like a carcass either. Experts arrived. They stared at the creature, none willing to touch it. No one could classify it, and no one wanted to be the first to try. If you think a creature has to be alive to be scary, you haven't seen this thing. It just lies there like it's sleeping, but no one knows when it'll wake up, or if it ever has. And ending this list is something that showed up where people feel safest. A family was fishing on a wooden dock, kids playing, adults chatting. But suddenly, something heavy hit the planks. Sticky, slimy. It had tentacles, spines, and it moved like it was breathing. "What is that?" The kid screamed. The adults stepped back, afraid to touch it. The creature, whatever it was, writhed for a few seconds, then went still. They panicked, and shoved it back into the water, like keeping it any longer would unleash something they didn't want to face. Are there creatures that should never be pulled out of the water? Maybe this family just met one. Or maybe they only saw the outer shell of something far deeper.